Hello all, welcome to Code 9 Destination, day 29 here. Okay, so today we're going to enter into the new topic called trigonometry. Okay, so the trigonometry is one of the very basic thing. So maybe you might already heard about it, but this topic will play one of the very important parameter in the simplification topic. Not only the simplification topic, mostly like a geometry, coming to the mensuration and application of the numbers. This will play quite important role inside the simplification that you must have to understand it and you work it out in a very clear way. Okay, guys. So let me move with the topic. First of all, what is called trigonometry? So tri, okay. So tri indicates means that, so that is a three sides. Okay. So the trigonometry most probably you going to deal with a right angle triangle only, because all the problems you're going to deal with the triangles only. Okay. That's what three sides. You might be all going to with the terms called right angle triangle only. So this is the only parameter you're going to be play in a very important space inside the trigonometry here. Okay, so the trigonometry means it is just measuring the sides, or it is one of the branch of mathematics you can able to call. It is going to deal with the three sides figure or three side shape that we can able to call it as the trigonometry. Coming to this, guys, we having a two method is there. Okay, so the one method we can able to call it as like we can able to call like that's a thing called the formula based. Okay, and second one is application based. Second one we can able to call it as the application based. So the application in the sense we can able to call it as the height and distance. Okay, so the height and distance is the thing we can able to call here in the place. Height and distance is a one unbeatable topic we can able to cover it up in the place, guys, more than the application formula. Yeah, deal it up. Formula, it's coming that, so it does not deal with the angle or something. It is purely logical how you are decoding the value with respect to the formula. Formula is purely formula oriented. You must have to study the formula. Okay, I will show you the formula in the next class in the application oriented topic very clearly. That will be very helpful for you to understand the formula very in an easy way, because we have compiled every formula in one slide. That is a very useful for you guys. So make sure that you remember this one. Okay, coming to this, basically we need to know the formula, like what is the sine theta. So cosecant theta we can also write it as like 1 over sine theta, we can able to write it up. Okay, and coming to the secant theta, we can able to write it as like 1 over what, cos theta, we can able to write it up. And coming to the tan theta, guys, so cot theta we can able to write it as what, that is 1 over tan theta or cos theta over sine theta. So like what we can able to derive in this one. Sir, what is called theta? So theta is just indicating the degree or the angle. Okay, that's what the thing is going to deal it up. But coming to the formula based question, guys, you're not going to you're not going to worry about the think of the angle, because I'm again saying the formula oriented questions is purely logical thing. You just want to decode the value, is the only one parameter it is going to be pile it up. Okay, make sure that you remember this one. I'll move with the question here, this one. Okay, so they have given that alpha plus theta is equal to 7 pi by 12. Okay, and they are giving that tan theta is equal to root 3. They are asking the value of alpha here. How we can able to find out? Our writing is as alpha plus theta is equal to 7 pi over 12. Okay, so you can able to call this one. What is the meaning of pi? Okay, so the pi we can able to call it as 180 degree. Okay, so and 2 pi means we can able to call it as what? That is 360 degree, we can able to write it up. Okay, that is the meaning of the pi we can able to call it as. Okay, so and pi by 2 means what? We can call it as what? That is called 90 degree. And pi by 3 means what? That is 180 by 3, we can able to call it as 60 degree in the one. So pi by 4 we can able to call it as 45 degree. Okay, so this is how the thing we can able to call it as here in the place with respect of pi. How the pi is keep on changing. You are not going to use the value of 3.14 here in the place. The pi is totally different from the thing you are learning in the area, the mensuration, or the different topic you have learned about the 22 by 7 instead. Okay, that was not the pi which is going to deal it up. Here, it is just indicating the chord. If you see this one, if I taking the piece of circle, inside the piece of circle, the complete rotation, we can able to call it as, so this is a sign. This a triangle means you see this one. This a side of the circle. You can able to call it as. So this complete circle. This is this particular portion. We can able to call it as pi, and this particular portion we can able to call it as pi. The total circle. If you combining these two things, you can able to call it as the 2 pi. So that's how the pi is calculated inside the space. You don't want to directly give the value called 360 here, this one, but instead you can able to use the value of pi here, this one. So I'm calling it as, so the pi is equal to what? We can able to say it as, that is alpha plus theta is equal to 7 times of 180 degree over 12. If I cancelling with respect of 12, guys, I can able to get the value of what? That is, so also I having the value of 7 is also there. Okay, you see this one, if I cancel with respect of 12, that is 112 is 12. Okay, so remaining I have in the 6 will be there. So 15 times of 12, we can able to call the value called 60 over there. Okay, so once you're completing this one, you can multiply this 7 times of 15 will give you the value called what? That is 105 we can able to say here in this place. Okay, so this is the thing I can able to call here. That is alpha plus theta. I have simplified now. Okay, now they are giving one more data that is called tan theta. Tan theta is equal to what? That is root 3 I can able to say. That is root 3 I can able to say. I just want to confirm you. So please revise the trigonometry table values. Okay, I'll show you in the next class. That will be clearly indicated. Make sure you follow that one. So tan theta is equal to 30 degree, the root 3 value. Then theta is equal to tan inverse of root 3. I can able to write it up. If you say here that the root 3 of the tan value will give you in the angle of what? That is 60 degree. I can able to say. Now I have got the value of 60 degree now. They are asking the alpha. So we already know that alpha plus theta is equal to 105 degree, right? So now I got the value of what? That is theta I have got. Okay, theta is equal to 60 degree. If I take the theta this side, that will become a minus. Okay, so if I make a minus, so this will give me the value called what? 45 degree is the only answer. Coming to the trigonometry, you will have only the two dimension. Either coming to the angle, you see this one, you have only one thing we can able to call it as the degree, and another thing we can able to call it as a radian. Going forward, some particular question we will have radian, or else we will deal in the application questions that will very important to resemble your logical thing. This is how the thing you are used to make up the logic here. But before you decoding the logic, you must have to memorize some certain formula. That's a very important thing to move forward in this particular chapter. Okay. So going forward, the next question, you see this one. I having the question called sine theta, cosecant theta, tan theta, cot theta over sine square theta plus cos square theta, like what I'm having in this one. So I'm just writing. So wherever the possibilities, you can have the confirmation to cancel, you can cancel. That's the only thing you just want to do. So, or else you don't want to do anything here. That will remains as equivalent here in this one. Okay, that is sine theta, it remains same. Okay, cosecant theta, I can able to call it as the 1 by sine theta, I can able to say here in the place. And then, so tan theta, I can able to write it as what? So you can call it tan theta remains same. Okay, and cot theta, it is just, you can able to write it as what? 1 over tan theta, you can able to write it up. Okay, so over sine square theta plus cos square theta, you can able to write it up. Sine square theta plus cos square theta, we have the formula, the value is equal to 1 clearly. Okay, if sine theta get cancelled, and tan theta get cancelled. If I cancel this one, I will get the value called what? Only 1 only the be the answer. So the probably option A is the correct answer here in the place. Okay, so don't forget to make this problem, make this mistake in this particular thing. You just want to make it up very clearly on it. Okay, so it's a very simple question. You need to know the basic formula. Without knowing the basic formula, you can't able to apply this particular thing. Correct is? Okay. So now you're having the value called cos 4x is equal to sine x. They have given the value that is 0 to 90 degree. The value may be anything, but they are asking the sine phi x. So how I can able to change the sine phi x is the only point you just want to consider here. You see this one, there is cos 4x. I'm writing cos 4x. So sine x, okay, sine x. This is how the thing they have given in this one. Okay, this particular thing, sine, I can't able to get the value. I just want to get the value of sine phi x. How I can able to get the sine phi x? I'm writing the cos 4x here. Sine x is also complementarily, you can able to change it with respect to the sine, the 0 to 90, it is indicating the degree. Inside the degree, you can able to change the value sine to cos. If the 180 is coming means we can't able to change. If only the value is coming between the odd number, you can able to change the term. Sine means you can able to call the opposite value of cos. Cos means you can able to call the opposite value of what? Sine. So like the thing you can able to change by the term called the thing called complementary angle. So complementary angle means you can able to change based on the quadrant. You can able to change the sine angle based on the quadrant, that we can able to call it as the complementary angle. So they have given here that is sine 0 to 90. That is you can able to call it as angle only, 0 to 90 degree only. Okay. So if you see this one, I can able to write it as cos 90 degree minus x. I can able to write it up. Okay. So this is how I'm directly writing now. You see this one. Now I'm cancelling the value of what? That is, so cos and cos get cancelled. If I cancel this one, I can get the value called, so that is 90 degree minus x I will get here in the place. You take the value of x this side, it will call it as what? That is call it as the 5x, it will be remain here and is equal to 90 degree. And you can say that x is equal to what? 90 degree over 5. If you keep it up, that will give you the value called what? That is 18 you will get. Okay. So this is how the thing I will get here in this one. But I need the value of sine 5x is the thing I was just responding here. So sine 5 times of x is equal to what? I've got the value called 18, right? If I'm keeping here, if I multiply this one, I'll get the value called sine 90. So sine 90 is equal to what? So that is 1. So that is option A is the very correct answer in this particular question. So hope you have understand about this one, guys. I'll move with the next question. Okay. So you see this one, it is given that the sine A is equal to root 3 over 2 and the cos B, we can able to call it as the 1 over 2. So find the value of the A and B. Okay, that you can able to use the angle from A less than or equal to 0 and B, it should be less than or equal to 180 degree. That's what the thing they have given in this one. Okay, so therefore, you see this one, guys, they have given that sine A is equal to root 3 by 2. Anyone know what is the value of sine 60? So sine A, they are giving it as root 3 by 2. In the sine angle, if you're looking out the 60 degree, guys, it will give you the same value of root 3 2, or the 120 will also give you the same value as well as here. So those things you just want to identify. Coming to the cos B is equal to, it looks like very simple. That is a thing called 1 over 2. They have given gimply here, this one. Okay. So you see this one, guys, we can able to say it as, that is cos A plus B. Cos A plus B. So cos B is cos theta in 1 over 2. We can directly call it as 60 degree only because we don't have options here. Okay, 60 degree it will come. So sine A. So then A value is equal to 60 degree and here, sorry, B value is equal to 60 degree. Here, A value, it may be either 60 or 120 because both of the 60 degree as well as the 120 degree is going to give the same value of the root 3 by 2 only because we can't able to change it over there. That is, so A plus B, I've got that. So one of the 60 plus 60, I can either call it as 120 or I can able to call it as this value, this 120. So plus 60, I can able to call it as what? That is 180 degree also I can able to call it here, please. So that probably you can able to take it up. So that is option, you can't able to say that one of the above. Okay, because we can't able to say that here one of the above is coming here because we don't have the same, I mean different answer in the same thing. We don't have it here in the place. So the one of the answer you need to pick it up. The value called 120 degree is the correct answer because if they have given 180 degree is also in the place, then you can able to consider either, neither. You can able to go with this one only. Okay. So going to the next one, guys, you see this one, that is secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 2. Now you just want to find out the value of sine theta here in the place. How we can able to find out the value of the sine theta here from this particular term. Okay. So you just want to deal. First of all, you need to think from secant to tan. How I can able to get the value of sine theta. You need to know the basics of formula is the very mandatory thing. Okay. So going onwards, I can write it as that is secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 2, like what I can able to write. Okay. So you need to know one formula that is like secant square theta. So minus tan square theta, you can able to call it as is equal to 1. This formula you need to know. Okay. You see this one, guys, I can able to say that is, so if I derive the formula that is secant square theta and that value. So this is like a formula of what? A square minus B square, right? So A square minus B square is equal to how we will write it as? That is A plus B times of A minus B, you can able to write it up here in the place. Okay, if you derive this one, that you can able to write it as, that is secant theta plus tan theta. So times of secant theta minus tan theta, I can able to write here in this place. Okay, if I write this one, that the value they have given here is equivalent to 1. Okay, that is the thing they have written. So you know already, that is the value of this 2 is equal to secant plus, that is the value is equal to 2 means, if I keeping the minus here, so what is the inverse of this one? Okay, secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 2 means, then inverse of this value we can able to call it as secant theta minus tan theta, right? So that value, if it is 2 means, it will become a 1 by 2. Okay, that's what the thing, you can write it up. Here the 2 will come. So here that the value of the 1 by 2 will come. But you see this one, guys, we can't able to directly say that there is 1 by 2, it will give you the value called 1. No, they are asking very clearly, you want to find out the value of what? That is sine theta, you must have to find out. That is the only logic you can able to think from here. Okay, you see this one, if you add in the two terms, okay, you just have to take it in the different way, that you must have to add it. That the thing, like you will call it as 2 secant theta is equal to 2 plus 1 by 2, like what you have to take it up. 2 secant theta, like what you have taken up. Once you deal this one, it will give you the value. So it will give you the value like 5 by 2, we will get it up. So then secant theta is equal to, the value is equal to 5 by 4, you will get it up here. So they are asking the sine theta, right? So then you need to formulate from here. Sine theta, you can able to written as root of 1 minus cos square theta, like what we can able to derive here in the place. Okay, you see this one, I have got the value of cos secant theta. Secant theta is the inverse of the cos, right? So I can able to write inversely, there is inverse of the value, I can able to write it as 1 minus 4 over 5 whole square. Then I can able to write it as, so 1 over 16 by 25, I can able to write it up. If you deal this one, this will give you the value of, so 3 over 5, we can able to get it. So this is how the thing, I can able to manipulate the answer, particularly in this question. Okay, so please make sure that you remember this method in a very easy way, because we are not going to solve in the very different dimension of the problem. This is all very simple problem, but you need to think inside of the box how you can able to solve logically. It's like a logical reasoning, but the point is that how you putting your effort inside the a place to decode the value, because many people, they refuse the problem and move on with the next question. But you shouldn't do that. Make sure that you're putting on effort on it and you're solving this question in a very clear way. Got it, guys? Okay. I'll move to the next question. So that they have given that cos theta plus secant theta is equal to root 3. Then the value of cos cube plus secant cube. They are asking the cube here. Then you need to do the only thing is that you need to do the whole cube only. Okay, we can't able to know nothing. So you can directly write it as cos theta plus secant theta whole cube is equal to root 3. I can able to write it up. Once you're writing this one, I can able to make like the term, that is cos cube theta plus secant theta. That what's the formula of the thing? That is, I can write it as secant cube theta. So that is 3 times of AB. That is AB, we can able to write it up here. That is, so AB, that is cos theta plus secant theta. So times of cos theta plus secant theta, I can able to write here in the place. Okay, so this will give me what? This will give me the value called, so 3 root 3 I will get here in the place. So the cos cube, I don't know, because the only term I having here. So based on the thing I'm deriving here the one. Then cos cube theta plus the cos cube theta plus secant cube theta, you can able to directly writing the value called what? That is, so 3 root 3, you can able to write it up here. That you can able to say that is cos cube theta plus secant cube theta, okay, plus 3 times of cos theta times of secant theta. So this value will become a root 3 here. Right side you're having the 3 root 3 here. So cos theta and secant theta, if it is get product, we can able to call it as 1. Okay, so if you're dealing the 1 there, you can able to call like cos cube theta plus secant cube theta is equal to 3 root 3. So minus 3 root 3, you can able to call it up. So this will give you the value of what? 0. Okay. In all this trigonometry questions, you will have only simple base of the question you just want to deal here. That is the only thing you just want to put in the work and you're going to gain the effort on it. Correct? Okay. I'll go with the next question. They are with respect to the think of so right angle triangle they have given here. In the right angle triangle ABC, there is a right angle triangle at B. They are saying that AB is equal to BC. Like what they have taken. Okay, I'm just taking this one. I'm just calling that. So I'm calling this as A, B, C, like what I'm saying this one. So in the point with respect to the B, it's stating that so BC, AB and BC, it is also the same distance. You can able to say like AB length is equal to BC length, like what they're giving. And they're asking the sine A cos C, how I can able to find out this value. So because they don't give any kind of the thing with respect to this one, how I can able to call this one? Then you need to use the term called Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So Pythagoras theorem is the only thing we can able to deal it up here in the place. Maybe this figure is a wrong one if you are using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this is the wrong one figure. So I'm just drawing again. So then you need to call like this. If you are using the Pythagoras, this particular diagram is wrong. Okay, so the Pythagoras theorem is going to deal with the hypotenuse is equal to so root of some of the other two sides we can able to call it as. So the longest length in the triangle, right angle triangle, we always say the hypotenuse only. Okay, if you deal with the hypotenuse, so then this particular term I can able to call it as AC. Okay, so this is the particular thing we can able to call it as B. Okay, now you can able to say so that the formula I can able to write it as now here in this one, like how I can able to write it as that is hypotenuse side is equal to AC square. That is the longest side is right. If you're taking this one, that we can able to take the remaining square, that is BC square, like what I have taken up. Because I have already said that that is so there is a two sides is equivalent to the value of the one. Okay, then I don't want to deal much about here in this place. Okay, so now you just want to use some of the formula. Okay, so what formula I can able to apply here in the place to get the value of sine A and C, because you need to know the C here in the place. Okay, if you are taking the value of sine A with respect of the sine A, if I taking this one, I can get the value like so BC over AC. So what is the formula here? That is opposite side over the hypotenuse we can able to call it, right? So that we can able to apply here. So if I apply this one, so this particular term I will get. Same like if I'm writing the cos with respect to C, if I'm writing this one, it will give you the adjacent value over hypotenuse I'll get here in the place. So this is how the formula will be applied. But you need the product, right? If you're applying the product, it will give you the value called what? If you're applying the sine A and cos C, if you're applying that, it will give you the value like BC square over AC square I will get here in the place. Okay. So you need to know what is the AC and BC. Okay, you see this one, you have already declared that is AC is equal to root 2 times of the BC, because you are applying the formula that AB is equal to BC. It's the same side, so that I'm calling this one. If you applying this one, guys, you can able to say directly, and you apply here in the place that is AC is equal to 2 root of BC. Okay, so if you applying that with respect of the formula, you can able to cancel other. Okay, that you're having the BC square, right? So here in the place you're having the root 2. So root 2, if you take it up with respect of the square, it will become a so BC square as well as. If you cancel this one, you will have value called 1 over 2. So this is little bit different. If you have doubt, guys, I'm ready to re-explain it again. Okay. So if you have doubt on this, so please ask me. I'll ask you, comment in the chat box probably. Okay. I'll go for one more question. They are saying that the sine theta plus 1 over sine theta is equal to 5 by 2. And they have given some symbol, that is theta is proportionate to the, that is a equivalent, sum of equivalent to the, that is, you can call it as a q1, like what something the symbol they have given. But I don't know about this term. Okay, but they are asking the tan theta by giving the sine theta value. So first, let me deal with this one. So how I can able to deal this particular thing? That is, so sine theta plus 1 over sine theta, they have given in this one, sine theta plus 1 over sine theta, I can able to call it as the 5 over 2. Okay. So like what the term they have given in this one. So keep it up the value. There's keep it up the value that the thing like you can able to sine theta plus you're having the thing like, right? So that you can able to call it as sine 2 theta plus 1. If you take the sine theta this side, it will call it as the phi over 2 sine theta. We can able to derive here this one. Okay, so again to this side, if it has come this side, guys, it will call it as the, so 2 sine 2 theta, so plus 2 is equal to, not plus, you can call, take it this side. If you take this side, it will call it as the phi sine theta, we can able to take, is equal to 0. So it is like a quadratic equation. It is like a quadratic equation now. You just want to find out the value with respect of the quadratic equation. If you find out, guys, so this will give you the value, that is sine theta minus 2. So over 2 sine theta minus 1 is equal to 0. If you applying this, you will get the answer. There is sine theta is equal to 1 over 2. You can get it. At the theta, you will say it as, that is 30 degree. Like what? You can able to define this one and you can able to solve that. That is tan theta is equal to 1 over root 3. Okay. So like the thing, I'm just deal this one. Okay. So by this, I hope you can clearly understand about the topic. So make sure that you practice all the questions. You see, we are having the different kind of the questions. All of the questions we have solved with respect of what? That is, think of what, guys, you can able to solve through the logical only. And knowing the formula is very essential in this particular chapter. Make sure you practice this one and formulate this one. Having any doubt on this topic, any question, please indicate us with question number so that we will explain in a very clear way. Got it, guys? Okay. So we are done with the topic. In the next class, we will deal with the application. Before that, we will also solve some few questions with respect to the formula oriented, and we will move with the application oriented questions. Because if you learn in the formula first and applying the application second, that's a very important knowledge. You need to keep it up. Okay, guys, we will see you in the next class. Have a nice day.
Hey, hold on, I'm back. I'm super excited to inform you that in last 2 months, we've been able to conduct around 50 drives and around 100 plus students have been selected for various MNCs. The packages are ranging from 3.5 to 10 lakhs. Stay tuned for more information by subscribing us on our YouTube channel, by liking our social media platforms like Facebook, Insta and LinkedIn. Thank you.